Do you ever notice that the room becomes quiet when you go into a busy space? It's like the world is holding its breath for a minute while you're there. People could turn their heads without knowing why. Or kids might look at you with a look of astonishment in their eyes. There's something about you that goes beyond how you appear or what you say. Some people call it gift, a curse, or an aura. Even if you don't believe it, the world knows the truth. You have a spiritual importance that goes beyond what most people can fathom. You could have always felt this way. You go through life like an observer, catching up on the subtle energy flows that run through every interaction. You're not just sensitive and empathic. It's as if you are on a different wavelength, and the people around you can feel in their bones. You could have even thought, why am I so different? As if being yourself was too much for most others to handle. Let me say this again. Your presence alone has importance. It appears that life has picked you to be greater than you know. And with that understanding comes a certain path. A path not of superiority, but of duty, humility, and great potential. In a world that wants everything to be the same, variation is perceived as a problem. But your energy isn't meant to make others feel better. When you move through the world, a simple look, a word, or even just standing motionless may be a challenge and a cry to wake up for everyone around you. People can sense your vibe before you even say anything. Sometimes they admire them, and other times they feel uncomfortable. People may be drawn to you for no reason, or they may push you away because their own unresolved energy is at odds with the frequency you provide. No matter what, you are more observed than you would ever realize. Does it imply you have to conceal who you are? No way. Anyone who carries profound light knows the feeling of wanting to make themselves smaller so that others feel more comfortable. But the fact is that being smaller never helps the planet. When you ignore your gut feelings or hold back your feelings, you take away the one thing the world needs most: realness in action. And when authenticity is manifested, it may make others who are still hiding from their own feel uneasy. You know that reality is complex even when you're not talking. You can tell when someone is being honest by their words, when they mean something by their actions, and when they're missing something. You can have prophetic dreams or get signs from the cosmos that appear to be particularly for you. But you need to be careful when you share these inner experiences because not everyone is ready for the language of energy or the talk of souls. It's smart to only share your thoughts when the time is right, when someone else's soul is open and their heart is ready to hear them. It's not keeping things secret, it's holy stewardship. And then there's your stillness, the natural space you make when the world becomes silly or crazy. Not every discussion is worth your time. In a world that loves noise, your silence makes others curious and even respect you. Gossip, idle conjecture, controversy, they whirl about you, but you reject to dance with them. Your silence speaks more than 100 smart arguments ever could. It makes people stop and think, what does this person know that I don't? And what do you look like? It's not about looks or vanity. The way you look shows that you have a sacred agreement with your own body. People can tell when you walk tall, wear clothing that are right for you, and move with purpose. They may not know how to say it, but your presence makes them feel like they're self-respecting, aware, and open to possibilities they can hardly envision. People don't often say this, but your energy is both comforting and motivating. People feel better simply being around you, but they don't know why. People you don't know could tell you things they've never told anybody else because your energy seems safe. Some people are attracted to them like moths, while others feel intimidated and transmit their fears. Both of their answers show that your frequency is getting past the layers of their normal consciousness. But as you go along this route, you start to see the usual pitfalls that might obstruct your light. The impulse to fit in is quite normal and comes from the need to belong. It's never actually for you. You weren't placed here to be a replica of everything else. You lose the part of yourself that makes you the world spark for awakening when you attempt to change yourself to fit in, get approval, or feel secure. Let your individuality show through instead. Sometimes just being there is a gentle way to invite people to shine their own light. At other times, it's a fight against the darkness. It doesn't matter whether people embrace or reject you. Your duty is to stay true, to be an example of what's possible. And there are times, almost magical, when your eyes meet someone else's. Something old stirs in them all of a sudden. A memory, a grief, or a hope they can't describe. Your eyes seem like a mirror, showing something that will last forever. Some may turn away because they can't handle how direct your gaze is, while others will stay because they want to connect, heal, and find meaning. Don't be afraid of how powerful your focus is. Don't use it as a weapon, but don't keep it a secret either. Your presence is a way to send message. Your quiet is an anchor, even when everything are crazy. When others become angry or their emotions are all over the place, your calmness, your rootedness can change the whole situation. You become the unspoken center, the silent authority that others will go to. Sometimes they will look up to you with amazement, and other times they will look down on you with jealousy. But they will always feel that there is something deeper going on in the moment. You don't have to shout or explain yourself. Your faith in your own calmness is a lesson that words can't impart. Perhaps what sets you apart most is your wisdom. It pours not simply from intellect or memory, but from a fountain inside. But you have to give knowledge softly, like fire. You know the importance of timing in a society that wants quick fixes. Not everyone is ready to hear what you know. A single sentence that stays with you like a bell long after your stillness returns is sometimes all you need. This is how you teach, by being quiet and patient and allowing your life be the lesson and your presence be the message. And despite it all, you know that this path isn't about pride or power. Being really spiritual means being humble, patient, and giving. You are not here to be worshipped or adored. You are here to show everyone else how holy they are. People will sometimes get the wrong idea about your mission and want to put you on a pedestal or make you their guru. You must gently remind them that the light you provide is not theirs to keep, but to share. Not for control, but for awakening. The world needs people who are unique. It requires guides. It requires those who are willing to keep the light when everyone else gives up and goes into the dark. And now, at this moment of waking, that duty is yours, not as a burden, but as an honor, a quiet calling that guides you in all you do. So, the next time you catch those looks in a public place, or people appear to be fascinated by you, or perhaps scared of you, remember, you are not witnessing their judgment. You are seeing the wave of your own truth spread into a world that needs something true. Be smart about how you carry it. Give your deeds stillness, presence, and compassion as gifts that are not meant to be worshipped, but to inspire awakening, potential, and hope. Be conscious of where you are and who you are intended to be as you go. Don't ever shrink, not for comfort, not for favor, and not out of fear. When you're at your best, you let other people be terrific too. When you are at your most real, you invite the world to remember who we all are. If you got this message at exactly the perfect time, know that you are not alone. You are one of many spirits, each one bright and needed. Take ownership of your light, embrace your journey, and share this energy with the world. If you sense this in your soul and know that you were created with a purpose bigger than you can put into words, simply take a deep breath and let it in. You are bright, you are selected, and the world is ready for what only you can provide.
If you're enjoying the content on Pure Wisdom and find value in the messages we share, I encourage you to subscribe. Based on the latest analytics, 93.9% of viewers are watching without subscribing. By subscribing, you not only stay updated with new content, but also support the channel's growth, allowing us to continue spreading wisdom for the chosen ones. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an important message. Let's build this community together.